Hey everyone, welcome back to Echoes of Vinca. Today, we're stepping away from ancient Serbian culture for a moment to dive into the life and art of a fascinating figure in the world of symbolism and dreamlike art, Odilon Redon. You may have heard his name in passing, but few truly understand the depth and mystery behind his work. Today, we'll be exploring his life, his artistic evolution, and how his work continues to influence modern art. Let's unravel the dreams, nightmares, and inspirations of this visionary artist. Section 1. Early life and formative years. Odilon Redon was born on April 20, 1840, in Bordeaux, France. From a young age, Redon was surrounded by nature, a theme that would later become central to his art. He was often a sickly child, spending a lot of time alone, which helped foster a vivid imagination. His father, Bertrand Redon, dreamed of him becoming an architect or a military officer, but young Odilon had other plans. Interestingly, Redon's first passion wasn't painting, it was music and literature. He loved the works of Edgar Allan Poe and Baudelaire, whose dark, melancholic themes would later seep into his artwork. By the time he turned 15, Redon had already begun learning to draw, studying under Stanislas Gorin in Bordeaux. However, his education was interrupted when he failed his entrance exam to the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, a failure that would later turn into a blessing. Redon's return to Bordeaux after this disappointment marked a turning point. He began immersing himself in etching, lithography, and charcoal drawing mediums that would become central to his early works. Section 2. The Noirs, a world of dreams and nightmares. One of the most intriguing phases of Redon's career is what we now call the Noirs, his charcoal and black and white lithographs. These works are eerie, mysterious, and often unsettling, depicting otherworldly creatures, floating eyeballs, and strange hybrid figures. Think of it as the dark fantasy of the 19th century. These noirs weren't just art for art's sake. They reflected Redon's inner world, a place filled with doubts, existential musings, and a fascination with the unknown. One of his most famous pieces from this period is The Eye, like a strange balloon, mounts towards infinity, a perfect encapsulation of his surreal vision. Why did Redon stick to black and white? In his own words, color distracted from the essence of the subject. He wanted viewers to focus on the mystery and the emotions his pieces evoked, rather than being seduced by vibrant hues. This period also coincided with Redon's deeper interest in spirituality and the unconscious mind, themes that many compare to the later works of Carl Jung. You can almost think of Redon as a forerunner to Surrealism, exploring dreams before Freud had even popularized the concept. Section 3. A shift to color, the awakening of the soul. While the Noirs established Redon's reputation, his later works took an entirely different turn. In the late 1890s, Redon experienced what can only be described as a creative rebirth. He began embracing color, and his canvases exploded with life, vibrancy, and hope. This shift wasn't just stylistic, it was emotional. Around this time, Redon's personal life had stabilized. He married Camille Fault, and they had a son, which brought newfound joy into his life. His earlier darkness began giving way to themes of light, spirituality, and transcendence. One of the most famous pieces from this period is Ophelia Among the Flowers, a dreamlike, almost meditative depiction of Shakespeare's tragic heroine. Redon's use of pastels and oils created an ethereal, soft quality that feels almost otherworldly. He also painted many mythological figures, including Apollo, Pegasus, and the Chariot of the Sun, blending ancient stories with his own unique vision. His works from this period seem almost prophetic, hinting at themes of renewal, enlightenment, and spiritual awakening. Section 4. Influence on modern art and culture. So, how does Odilon Redon's work resonate today? Surprisingly, his influence can be seen across a range of artistic movements. Surrealism, Redon's exploration of the subconscious mind, directly influenced artists like Salvador Dali and Max Ernst. His dreamscapes and strange creatures paved the way for surrealist imagery. Symbolism, Redon is often considered one of the leading figures of the Symbolist movement, which sought to express emotional truths through metaphor and allegory. Fantasy art. Many modern fantasy illustrators cite Redon as inspiration, particularly for his imaginative creatures and mystical settings. Music and literature. Redon's art has inspired countless composers and writers. His dark, moody pieces resonate with themes found in Gothic literature and even modern horror. Perhaps what makes Redon so timeless is his ability to balance light and dark. He reminds us that life is a mix of joy and sorrow, reality and dreams, a duality that continues to captivate audiences today. Section 5. Spirituality and the artist's legacy. Beyond his artistic achievements, Redon's life was a spiritual journey. He was deeply influenced by esoteric philosophy, Eastern mysticism, and the idea that art could bridge the gap between the physical and spiritual realms. He once said, "My drawings inspire, and are not meant to be defined. They place us, as does music, in the ambiguous realm of the undetermined." This philosophy of ambiguity, of embracing the unknown, feels incredibly modern. In an age where everything is labeled, categorized, and explained, Redon's art invites us to wonder, to dream, and to explore the spaces between reality and imagination. Section 6. Final years and lasting impact. Odilon Redon passed away on July 6, 1916, but his legacy lives on. Today, his works are housed in major museums, including the Musée d'Orsay in Paris and the Art Institute of Chicago. Exhibitions continue to celebrate his life and art, drawing new generations into his world of dreams and visions. For modern artists, Redon's journey from darkness to light serves as a powerful reminder that creativity is not a straight path, it's a winding, evolving process. His willingness to embrace change, to explore new mediums, and to follow his intuition makes him a timeless figure in the world of art. Conclusion. So, what do you think of Odilon Redon? Are you drawn to the eerie mystery of his noirs, or do you prefer the vibrant, spiritual energy of his later works? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life and art of Odilon Redon, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode of Echoes of Vinca. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring the art, history, and mysteries of our world.